guys, so I'm kind of doing a mid-afternoon vlog. So tomorrow is another new episode of Roseanne, and I can hardly wait. You guys all know I am a big Roseanne fan, and so people are saying on the YouTube that we need to worry about her ratings because of her political stance. Well, that's like people were worried about The Last Man Standing with Tim Allen, throwing things up about Obama. And in fact, I think it was ABC dropped his show, but it's now been picked up by Fox. People are scared of TV shows that have any sort of political view. So I don't know if any of you have watched any of Ben Shapiro's vlogs or anything. I came across, it wasn't his actual vlog, it was somebody else that had added his vlog clips to their own vlog. And this one was him talking about AD shows and basically on Roseanne. So he got to talking, and I'm like, you look really young. So he is. He's 4 years younger than my daughter. So, if I would have had him really young, he could be old enough to be my son. So I looked, and he was born in 1989. And that was the peak of Roseanne. Roseanne, I think, ended in, 1997? So, anyway, so he goes on to talk about how people are worried about her ratings. Now, why would anybody worry about her ratings? Her ratings are going through the roof. It has nothing to do with any political issues. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with her fan base. Everybody that had watched her years ago were just excited as I was that she was coming back. This show relates to any family today. You know, every family goes through something that is portrayed in the movie in a TV show that is Roseanne. It might not be money issues. It could be family issues. It could be a child that is gay and is now coming out. It could be a child that is transgender and is wanting to change over. It could be anything. A family fallout, a death, wanting a baby, wanting to be a surrogate, anything. So this TV show has hit everybody, not just the blue-collar workers, not just people that, you know, live paycheck to paycheck, but that is the biggest target crowd because everybody can relate to Roseanne. And so her ratings went through the roof the first night, and they're still going through, and the ratings are still high on reruns. So why did they think it'd be any different when she came back? So Ben Shapiro was saying He wrote a book. He should know. He knows all about it because he wrote a book. Well, you know, Ben Shapiro, I really don't give a rat's ass if you wrote a book. You are a kid. You were a kid while it was showing. You have your mindset in a certain mindset. You don't know. I don't even think you probably even knew what it was like to live paycheck to paycheck. Or even if you do know what it's like to live paycheck to paycheck now. Because I'm going to tell you, I was in that family. Well, not my family, really. My family didn't live paycheck to paycheck. But I did, as a mother, live paycheck to paycheck. And it is not easy. I learned from Roseanne how to buy the cheap cereal and to put it in the name brand box. Because my husband wanted the name brand. So I learned that trick from Roseanne. Anyway, a lot of people related, especially women. We all related to Roseanne. You know, life wasn't easy. And as you get older, it does get easier. But when you have young kids, it's hard. And unless you are a doctor, lawyer, or whatever, you still struggle in your first years out of school. I mean, things do get easier. But, you know, my ex-husband and I, we struggled. We had some nice things, but we struggled. And, you know, so everybody can relate to Roseanne. And he said that she, even though in her show she supports Donald Trump, but they make all these jokes back and forth, political humor, that it's really for the liberals, because, you know, they have all these things in there. Well, you know what? She had all that in there in the first one. Her friend Nancy was originally, I don't know if she knew she was gay in the beginning of the show. I mean, I'm sure she was. I don't know if she really was gay in real life or not, but in the show she started out as straight, I guess. She got married, she had a baby, but then she went gay. Okay, so there's her first gay person in the 80s. Then her boss at the coffee shop ended up being a partner at the sandwich shop, at the lunchbox. He was gay, and then later on down, her mom turned gay. So, yeah, Ben, that doesn't work in your little mind there for the new show. Having a little black grandbaby. She had black people on her show, so what? That's nothing new. People get married into different races all the time and have a black baby, or an Asian baby, or a Mexican baby. That is not uncommon. So, again, Ben, can you please pull something else out? Alright? Because you're really making all the stops and trying to pull punches, but again, you're losing. Melissa Gilbert. She came out on her own show saying she's gay. And so, and then the first episode, I think it was, Roseanne said, "Oh, darling, give it up. We all know you're gay." She's like, "No, Mom, I'm not." So, you know, the TV show has always been on whatever is going on in the lives. She's touched on abortion in the past. She didn't want, you know, Becky to have this baby for other people. She wanted her to have it for herself. And Becky can't have babies. She might get lucky and find that one egg that does actually make it. But Roseanne had a baby and gave it up for adoption when she was very, very young. So then, again, Ben, you are so out of touch on reality. You know, and then he goes on to Mark. Becky, Darlene's son that was named after Mark, who is no longer with us, he died, about how he dresses. Well, they're just letting him be himself and find out who he is. That is no different than what's going on in real life. They are hitting on everything that would have hit on in the 80s if it would have been a topic to hit on. So they are not doing anything more than what they did in the 80s. So I think he's doing this to get people to watch his vlogs. But to banter or hit or try to discriminate Roseanne is not the way to go about it. Or to do this, saying, oh, but the liberals are loving it, CNN, Fox News Network, all the liberals are loving it. All you people out there that think this is a conservative show, it's not. It is a TV show that people can relate to. Roseanne supports Donald Trump. She voted for him. She liked him. She liked what he stood for, what he made promises for, all this stuff. There is a few interviews out there for you people to see and watch. She was on Jimmy Kimmel. It's amazing because, you know, we watch her on Roseanne and we don't think about her being somebody else. But to listen to her is like, you know, this woman's correct. And, you know, they talk about her on her political stance. She's a Democrat. And she's like, and they're talking about Democrat Party, and she's like, look, the Democrat Party changed. I didn't. The Republican Party changed. I didn't. And you know what? That is the truth. So, little Ben, you're born in 89, and I think Roseanne's in her 60s now, early, mid-60s, and you have no clue what the real parties were. You only know what the parties are now. So quit trying to run Roseanne's name in the mud because you think you know about the sitcoms. You think you know what the liberals are. Well, you probably do know what the liberals are, but you don't know what the Democrats were compared to now. And she is correct. She was what the Democrats were back then. She never changed. The parties have all changed. Her stance has not changed. The parties changed. Why don't you do some research on what the parties were instead of what they are now and dogging Roseanne and the show? That's it for today, people. Have a good day. See you tomorrow.